guys, welcome back to your daily dose of dysfunction. And right now I'm about to discuss tips and tricks to help get your children back on track for school after the summer. Yes, I know I'm wearing a hat. It's my husband's hat, but my hair is a mess because I took a shower, and I really wanted to film this tonight because if I film it any other time, I'm just going to be interrupted because my kids are going to be up and they're asleep right now, so this is the perfect time to do it. So, these are all things that just work for my family, basically, and I just figure I would just do it as a informative type video to see if it helps anybody else. Obviously, what works for my family might not work for someone else's, but if you can comment, I don't know if you'll be able to or not, I don't know, but if you can comment, definitely comment down below and let me know some of your tips and tricks, because I love trying new things with my kids, especially if it works, you know what I mean? So, let's get into it. So the first thing I do is, the first week of August, I start reminding them that the summer's almost over and that they're going back to school. And we start talking about it. And the second thing that I do, and obviously you don't have to do this, but this is really good for kids with disabilities. They usually need more time to transition back into a schedule. So usually by the second week of August, we're already starting our back to school routine, which is starting tubs earlier, trying to go to bed earlier. Obviously, they don't always fall asleep by the time that I want them to, but if they're at least going to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock, or at least falling asleep by those times, to me, that's a win. Because usually they go to bed by 11:30, 12. Tonight, they were asleep by 10:30, which is perfect. This is another thing that we do. I have a list of things that I wrote down, so this way I know what I'm what I do, it's just to help me. Another good thing to do is if your child is one of those kids who love to play video games and they've been playing video games a lot this summer, because I know my kids have been out since March, so it's been a very long vacation for them. So another thing to do is start putting them on a routine with the video games. Pick designated times for those video games, and they may not be happy with you, and they may be mad at you or give you some type of a fight. So to help them with that, put a reward system in place. You know what I mean? For instance, if you give them that hour of video games, and when you're ready to take it away, and definitely always, especially if your kid has a disability, give them a 5 to 7 minute warning before you take the video game, because I know with my son, if you just walk up to him and be like, okay, hour's up, he is going to be frazzled and upset and very anxious. So I usually give him a 5 to 7 minute warning. Okay, DJ, you got 5 more minutes with the video game, and then it's time to put it down and take a break. You know what I mean? That usually helps. And then as we're getting closer to that 5 minute mark being over, okay, DJ, 3 more minutes, then it's time to put it down. You know what I mean? That always helps. Also, putting a visual schedule up for them. That's a big thing. Visual schedules and visual charts work so well with my kids. We actually have a chore chart over here. I can show you. And this helps them, remind them that they have certain chores to do during the day, and that's not all playtime. And we usually do it in the morning after breakfast. And there goes my little tripod that I made for myself. So yeah, that's a big thing with the video games, because that's the one thing that my son loves to do. So, in a reward system, if they do a good job, when you take it away, give them some type of a reward, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be something that you go out and buy. It can just be something that they like, So, my next tip is be consistent, because if you're not, it will just confuse your kids. Definitely pick a week that you know that you're going to be able to stick with, and pick a week that you know is going to work for you and your family, because if not, then it's just going to be complete chaos. They're going to be confused. You're not going to be able to be consistent with it. So definitely pick a week that you know that as a family is going to work for you guys, and you know that you're going to be able to actually stick to the routine that you're starting. My next tip is when you know the date that your kids are going back to school, we usually do a countdown. So I'll mark it on my calendar that's on my fridge over here, right there, and we'll do a countdown of how many days left of vacation and how many days that they have left till school starts. And that helps immensely, because then they understand the fact that, okay, yep, we're going back to school, so this is why we're doing this routine, and this is why all these things are now coming into place. And it really helps prepare them, especially children with disabilities. It definitely helps with that transition. Then they know what's expected of them. That's what works for my family. If your kids are going to bed late, start doing earlier bedtimes, obviously. I usually start doing the earlier bedtimes the second week of August. And then by that time, by the time that there's about 2 to 1 week left of school, they're usually asleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock. And this is why I do it, because, you know, they're going to bed right now around 10:30. So by the week that school is about to start, they'll be at their normal bedtimes, will be on a normal schedule. Things will be so much more easier and easygoing and just flow better. And this is why I do it this way, because with my son, he has a hard time with transitioning, and this whole month of August is working towards that first day of school. And you guys just fell. God, I cannot wait to get a camera. God, I cannot wait to get a camera. I even have dysfunction when I'm trying to film a serious video. This is ridiculous. My kids are in bed, and here I am, still dysfunctional. That's just me. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, now you guys can see me. God, even when I'm trying to do a normal, serious video, shit like this has to happen. Excuse my language. But yeah, these are basically my tips and tricks that work for me and my family. I hope you guys try them out. If you do, please let me know. Hit me up on Instagram if you can't, comment down below, because I'm so curious. And if you guys have any good tips and tricks that I didn't mention here, please definitely let me know them, because I am always willing to try something new. And if it works, oh God, it's just so much better, and it helps my family run so much more smoother. So yeah, so those were my tips and my tips and tricks. I hope they work for you guys. They definitely work for my family. And like I said, any type of visual boards, always a big help. Always. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. And if you like more content like this, comment or hit me up on Instagram. And I'll definitely do more stuff like this, like other tips and tricks that I have, because I have so many of them. And if there's anything specific that you guys want to see, just definitely let me know. And you all have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. See you later.